Good morning and welcome back to Ride and Steel. We're here at the Express Stop in Topsom, Maine. A small group is gathering here with the Ride and Steel production crew. We're on our way to Scarborough Veterans Home in Scarborough, Maine to join up with the Wounded Heroes ride of 2013. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to be right back after these messages. Ride and Steel is brought to you in part by Iron Tail Saloon, for delicious food, good times, and a great destination for your charity ride. It's Iron Tail Saloon in Acton, Maine. Sinister Customs, from fabrication to paint, Sinister Customs can build your ride unique to your personality. Twisted Iron Customs, hot rods, motorcycles, service and storage. The Twisted Iron team can meet your needs. And Row TV, graphics, logo design, animation, website design, and much more. It's Row TV Digital Creation Studio.
Let's ride! Hundred roaring engines riding steel. Hearts swimming in the sun, we're riding steel. The rubber hits the road, I'm done doing what I want, riding steel. Leather on my back and the wind in my face. I'm one with the highway and with the human race. This iron horse will separate the bull from what is real. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. We're riding steel.
Welcome back to Ride and Steel. I'm here at the Scarborough Veterans Home, and I'm standing with John O'Leary, who has been doing this, I believe, ever since the beginning, right?
Yeah, 5th year. I can't believe it. Look how big it's gotten.
No, I'm looking around. WBLM is here. Bentley's is here. Rolling Thunder has shown up. Patriot Riders are coming, and so many more. So, you know, a lot has been being said about PTSD, John. How much do you understand about PTSD and the plight that our soldiers are experiencing these days?
Well, ironically enough, I learned a lot about it from when I first met Pam and her son's injuries that he sustained in the war. And being around Pam's family and Michael is when I learned mostly about it. And last year when they had that gentleman talk at Bentley's after the ride, it's a terrible disease. We had 2 sons that went deployed twice in the last 10 years. And luckily for us, as far as we know, they seem to be okay. But, you know, it's a hidden disease, so we don't know.
Right. What has been stirred within you to feel so, moved to support this program?
Well, it's not just this program. It's veterans as a whole. After 9/11, I mean, I was in the Air Force in 1971 to 74, and you know, I got out of the service. I didn't think that much of my service. I went away, did my service to my country, and came home and just went about my life. And then after 9/11, me and my wife decided that, and the war started, and our boys were in the service at the time, and 100% support for our veterans to make sure they're never forgotten.
Right.
And I hope they never, as it turns out, unfortunately, I think at the Gulf War in 1990, when those boys came home and women, America seemed to accept, and I think that was a turning point in our country for people accepting our men and women who serve.
Right. Well, listen, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes with me.
Todd Sanders here. We're back in Scarborough, Maine for the Wounded Heroes Ride 2013. With me I have Ev Skiba. Ev, why are you here today? Because
I will be hosting Riding Steel.
So it's my privilege to welcome and introduce you all to Ev. And what draws you to wanting to get behind the camera? It's certainly not the pay, unless Steve didn't mention that to you. Why do you want to be a host? Why are you here with us today?
It's about raising awareness for causes that are important and that people tend to not pay attention to. Sometimes they get forgotten, they get lost, and somebody has to bring it to back to the people and show, hey, there are things going on, we have to do something about it.
Right, and then I think not only do we try to educate those that are watching at home, but I'll tell you, it's very educational for us as well. Hopefully it's entertaining for those at home. I know it's entertaining for us behind the scenes. And we will put you to work in interviewing some people. How's that sound?
That sounds great. I can't wait.
All right, I'm now here with Richard Brewer. Richard Brewer was part of Pinhead Jarheads last year, and what's going on this year, buddy?
Now it's One Warrior One.
One Warrior One.
OneWarrior1.org is my organization that works closely with Pam.
Right, and Richard is all about supporting the veterans and helping them with their PTSD, correct?
PTSD
and TBI.
And traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
We do a lot of service dog programs now and a lot of adventure-based programs now.
All right, so tell us, briefly what you're about. What's going on with this new organization that you started?
One Warrior One, we just opened up our first office on Exchange Street in Portland. So we are in 14 states with 22 affiliate partners. So we have a global reach now, which is really great. And we're focusing on outreach and education. We're focusing on providing tools for these guys to survive initially, get them some basic survival tools, whether it's whatever treatment therapy they think is going to work. And then we have, at the very end, we have the ability to give them what we call the strive to thrive. And so we put them in touch with mentors and job-seeking employers and that sort of thing. So we literally take them from the streets, if you will, and we work with them for 2 years until they're ready to soar, and then all we ask in return is they pay it forward.
Awesome, awesome.
That's it.
A lot of veterans watch this show.
Yep.
Okay. You have an opportunity right here, right now, to look into that camera and talk to somebody sitting in their living room that's a veteran. He's out there by himself. You remember what that was like, right?
I do.
It was a mess,
It was
right?
a mess.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So reach out to him and tell him where he needs to go or she needs to go.
All I can say is if you're a veteran, you're watching this, it's the middle of the night, because these things run all the time. It's the middle of the night. I know where you're coming from. I sat there with a gun in my mouth thinking there was no hope. And then I turned around and I saw hope. And so you don't have to go through the pain I went through, because I've already done it for you. All you need to do is to go to OneWarrior1.org or call me, 207-632-0893, and I'm going to bring you into a family that you don't even know exists right now, and you'll never be alone again. Thank you.
That's a wonderful message. It really is. I'm an adamant believer that it takes one to know one, and only one that has been through it can truly identify with those who are sitting back there, possibly in a dark place.
No one's ever killed himself with hope.
Exactly.
And all you need is the hope to pick up that phone call or pick up the phone and call and just reach out on the internet, and we'll be there.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Thank you. Thank you guys for being here, getting the message out. It's awesome.
Right, and thank you for sitting back and watching Ride and Steel. Stay tuned.
Richard, for the cameraman guy.
That's right, the cameraman guy. We got to thank the cameraman.
It's like Christmas. All year I'm planning and throwing things at people that already have full plates, and for anybody who wants to know why, look around you. Woo! On behalf of the wounded that we so proudly serve each and every day, I thank all of you for taking this day and devoting it to honoring them. So thank you. Today, I want to share a gentleman with you who was always the most visible head of the ride every year, and he's the one who wanted to give residents ride in his sidecar. It was his idea to take elementary school children and teach them civic duty and sense of community, and he would incorporate field trips, Flinny, with the first and second graders of the Biddeford school system and have them understand what being a veteran was, and put flags on the markers of all the veterans in the Biddeford cemeteries. And those kids knew what being a veteran was because that man walked it every day. And then after Memorial Weekend, when that was done, he would go to the cemeteries and collect those flags. Every year you've had a flag on your bike, it's because Roland went to the cemetery. You have a veteran's flag on every one of your bikes every year. And if that isn't enough meaning for you, we have a beautiful Gold Star mom here handing those flags out to you to have on your bike, Miss Nancy Kelly. I love that woman. That woman has been through an experience no parent would ever want to have to be through, and yet she offered to be here at our event each year and make sure you all had flags for your bikes. That is a giving soul right there. Thank you, Nancy. Now, if you look on the right sleeve of your shirt, we're honoring Roland Pelletier here today. Roland Pelletier was a grouch. Roland Pelletier was a unique individual. And Roland Pelletier would be mortified to think that we thought him anything other than a big old teddy bear. And he wasn't always a teddy bear. He would call me and gruffly go, "You make sure at the city council meeting tonight, it could affect you." Yes, sir. So I went. I had no reason to be there. I sat there looking around going, I don't know why he had me here, but I'm here. So that was Roland. But the truth of the matter, his passing has left an incredible void in a lot of people's lives. The elementary schools will not be the same. He devoted a lot of time to working with special needs children in the school system as well. He went to the screen printers and ordered his own collared shirt without my knowledge and had them print Senior Military Advisor on the chest. He gave us guidance, he gave us wisdom, but I'm really going to miss that man. I'm going to miss him in a big way. But he exemplifies everything we're here for. All of our wounded that we honor here today, that we serve day in and day out. Roland was able to step outside of his own PTSD issues and make sure he could mentor them. He was always looking out for them and looking out for me. So we do have another angel in heaven that's wearing camo, and it wouldn't be Wounded Heroes Ride without the camo bike with sidecar at the front of things, leading the way. So it is my honor to make sure that we pay tribute to Roland's family who are here. His beautiful wife Val, his extended family, his daughter Melissa, who is a hero unto herself for all the things she does for veterans. They're a special family to us. If we could have the Pelletier family come over here, please, and just line up. Patriot Riders.
Folded flag, blue and white, to the trembling hands of a widowed wife. They lay him down as his baby cries, and his friends and family say goodbye. Put his life on the line, volunteered for a second time. He made his choice and he paid the price. Another hero's sacrifice. So we raise our glasses way up high, celebrate another hero's life. Got way too short to protect us all. He He was first in line for last call. Solace rolls from a distant drum, while taps from a bugle weep towards the sun. 21 guns leave all hearts numb. Not a single word is said by anyone, till the preacher speaks to us all about faith as our teardrops fall, and faceless names etched on stone walls. Old veterans stand proud and tall, so we raise our glasses way up high, celebrate another hero's life, cut way too short to protect us all. He was first in line for last call. A folded flag, blue and white, into the trembling hands of a widowed wife. They lay him down as his baby cries. His friends and family say goodbye. So we raise our glasses way up high, celebrate another hero's life, cut way too short to protect us all. He was first in line for last call. He was first in line for last call.
Also would like you to know that this year at Arlington, we'll be placing a wreath in honor of Roland on a main Army Veterans
All right, I am now with one of my, closest and dearest friends, Pamela Paya. She is the director of the Wounded Heroes program, and we started this venture pretty much together.
Together.
And you're looking around, Pam, they're pulling in on, they're coming in by the hundreds here.
Yeah.
It's just really awesome spectacle to observe, don't you believe?
I do.
First of all, Pamela does a great deal to reach out to every veteran out there. It doesn't matter what theater of war you were in, what branch you served in, how old you are, how young you are. She is here for you if you need her help. How do they get a hold of you, Pamela?
They can, you probably find me through Ride and Steel as well, but they can also find me on warriorlegacyfoundation.org. They can find me on Facebook, Pam Paya. They can also find our Wounded Heroes page on Facebook. They can reach me at 468-1026, and they can email me at empire@maine.rr.com.
So there you go. You have Ride and Steel. This show of Ride and Steel is providing many of you who are watching this that may be veterans or spouses of. All right.
Yes,
a lot of times, guys and gals are sitting back there and they don't think they need help. They're going to tough it out all on their own. And maybe it's you that can make the difference in a veteran's life. So please utilize these resources that are being made available today.
When I was young, I worked my granddaddy's farm. I worked hard for the promise of the land and the life. Now I've been locked out, the American dream. Well, we sold off the tractor, we sold off the land. I moved to the city and I got myself a wife. Now I've been locked out, the American dream. My son's being raised by some other kids' folks. Yeah, I've been locked down, the American dream. Well, you can't save a nickel and still pay the rent. The banker holds the key, down payment 20%. Yeah, I've been locked down, the American dream.
This young man here is the combat medic that treated my son when he was blown up for the 11th time.
Hi, my name's Wendy with Ride and Steel, and we were back today at Bentley's. We're just on the Wounded Heroes run, and I have with me Mike Pyre.
Yes.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am very good, thanks. And we just saw you all sitting up. We just had some opening ceremonies and some discussions. But you are the son of Pam Pyre. And you are basically the inspiration for all that she does for the Wounded Heroes and the time and whatnot that she puts in out of her life for this. How does that make you feel, knowing your mom does all that in your name?
It's humbling. I've never really had someone go to these lengths.
I don't know that many people have, Mike.
No.
She's an incredible person, and she's definitely got your back.
Yes, she does.
So one of the focuses today is about PTSD, and for those that don't know what that stands for, can you explain that?
The PTSD that is being focused on with what my mom does is battle related, and the stuff that we have seen and gone through and endured during our deployments, and now we have to live with that for the rest of our lives. And
right. And for those that don't know, you have served several tours
yes,
abroad and suffer with PTSD yourself. Is that right?
Yes, I do. I'm rated through the VA at 100% unemployable, PTSD alone.
So what do you do every day, Mike? You're a young, strapping man. You must be itching to go out and do something.
I am. It kills me. It really does, because I love. My passion is the outdoors. So whenever I can, I'm fishing, I'm hunting. I'm trying to live life and heal myself as best as I know how, and that's through the outdoors. It really just cleanses the soul.
Well, you're doing okay, and I'm glad you found your outlet, and I know you have a long journey ahead of you, and I wish you the very best with it.
Thank you very much.
Take a nice hike and go fishing.
I
Go
will.
catch the big one.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
It's really good to meet you.
You too.
With me now I have Johnny Johnston. Johnny, you are with Window World, correct?
That's correct. I'm the chief pilot for Window World.
What is Window World for someone who I know you got a beautiful bike with a purple hat on it behind us. What is Window World?
Window World, we are the largest window replacement company in the nation by far. So we've are getting ready to open a store up here in Maine.
Now the bike. Talk to us about the bike.
We built the bike to raise awareness about the Veterans Airlift Command, which the Veterans Airlift Command provides free transportation for wounded warriors, mainly post 9/11 wounded warriors and their families, for medical and compassionate reasons.
I appreciate talking to us. I appreciate taking the time. Windowworld.com if anybody wants information. Obviously, the efforts, their money comes to you, but it's going back to help others. So windowworld.com if you want more information about their product. And thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Bergeron. This is my cousin. This is Ryan Bacon. And you're watching Ride and Steel.
All right, we're nearing the end of today's coverage of the Wounded Heroes Ride 2013. With me, I have the host of today's show, Ev Skiba. I got Todd Sanders and Wendy Gallant, of course, way on the end over there. She's not too far away. But anyways, guys, how did you feel that this ride went? We'll start with you, Ev.
I did enjoy it. I love talking to people and finding out the stories, why they are here, and what this ride is truly about.
Okay, good. And so you pretty much answered both questions with one answer. That's awesome. Okay, so Todd, what'd you gather from today?
It was one of those days I didn't get to do the ride. I've done enough of these rides, so I came ahead and was able to film the bikes coming in. It's impressive to see. Sometimes we don't see that. Just the sheer number of bikes that showed up, the law enforcement support we got. I tried to count, but I just lost count. I'm assuming they're probably close to 800 bikes. It was impressive to see the ride rolling in. I don't get to see that very often.
Your responsibility was to count those bikes as you were filming them, though.
I guess my paycheck will get docked this week. So sorry about that.
We'll have to send him to math lessons at Gardner High, I think.
It really is.
And Wendy came all the way up from Harrison, Maine here to help us out today. Wendy, what did you get from today?
The camaraderie. Wow, it's awesome. And even just the ride in, there's people standing on the streets. They came out of their storefronts, they're waving, they have the flags, they're giving us thumbs up. It was just they all knew why we were there, to support wounded heroes and the issues that they come back with. And I really enjoyed my interview with Mike Pyer, Pam Pyer's son. I had never met him before, and he is truly the inspiration of how all this started with Pam. So I did get a little bit of his story, and that was enlightening. And I'm hoping that as people watch our show today, that they'll get a little sense of what PTSD is about, post-traumatic stress disorder, and TBI, the traumatic brain injuries, and how that affects these guys and women all the time. I mean, they're out there for us,
And I'd like to add that throughout the interviews that we held today, we spoke with Richard Brewer, who has a service to offer those of you who are veterans out there suffering with PTSD. Perhaps you're a parent of a veteran and you are suffering from the PTSD as well. There are resources available through Pam Pyer and Richard Brewer. Please go to their websites, contact them, look for the help that you need, reinstill the hope that you deserve. So I'm Steve Marois, along with all my hosts here, Wendy, Todd, and Ev. I want to thank you all for watching Ride and Steel. All your Ride and Steel gear is now available through B&B Embroidery and Ink, located on 82 Libby Hill, Oakland, Maine. T-shirts, caps, bandanas, sweatshirts, and more. So if you're looking for quality, reliable service for your next event, contact B&B Embroidery and Ink at 207-465-2846 or visit their website at info@bbembmaine.com.